Hello!
Hi everyone!
Welcome to Adobe Live. My name is Daniel White, I'm a designer and YouTuber, and I'm joined by Andrea Hock, who is also a designer.
I am.
And
Good
one of
morning.
Adobe's creative residents. And today is day 3 of 3.
It is.
It's gone very quickly,
Right.
hasn't it?
Flown by.
So we've been working on designing a fictional app for an advent calendar, and if you haven't seen part 1 and 2, then you can watch those on Behance or on Adobe's YouTube channel, and they're definitely worth checking out, aren't they?
Yeah,
I think
sure.
it's fair to
Been
say.
having a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's been cool. Okay, so for anyone who hasn't somehow been watching these awesome streams
What
the
have you
last
been
few
doing?
days, what have you been doing? Yeah. Do you want to bring everyone up to speed
I
on what
will.
we've been doing?
So we have been creating a mobile app. So this is an advent calendar. And the whole idea is that you get to customize your advent calendar. So you decide if you don't want just any boring old chocolates, you can put whatever you want in there. So you can do like sports, beauty, bunch of other categories. So that is what we've been working on, doing some prototyping. We were working on the visuals yesterday, and we've kind of divided it, like you're working on the iconography and the logos, and I've been working on more of the UI and the layout. So
It looks so good.
you too.
Yeah. Thanks.
Good teamwork.
Oh, yeah, boom. Cool. Oh, so we've got some people in the chat. Hello.
Hello.
Raphael, Hassan, Tim, Ahmed. Ahmed's been here every single day.
Aw.
Appreciate the support.
Love it. Raphael, hi guys, what time is it where all of you guys are? It is 9 o'clock here in San Francisco.
We are the first ones on, and we've got Chris
First
Cannon
one.
and
Yes.
Johnny Vino on later on as well.
Gonna be a fun day. So let's see what the schedule is. So right now it's 9 a.m. At 11 a.m. we've got Chris Cannon, hosted by Howard Pinksy. And then at 1 p.m. we've got Johnny Vino, hosted by Kevin Lee, who was with us on Monday. But today it's just us.
Yeah.
So sorry guys. Hope that will suffice.
Tim says, so sad this is the last Adobe Live for the year.
It is, yeah. Closing out with a bang.
Yeah. It's an honor to be part
It
of the
is,
team closing it
yeah,
out though. So yeah,
Save
it's been
the best
amazing.
for last.
It's been amazing. And as we go through the stream, if anyone has any questions about what we're doing or just design or I don't know, life in general, then just,
Yeah.
put them in the chat and we'll do our best to answer as many as we
Yes.
can.
Yes. Feel free.
Oh, don't be sad, Ahmed. Don't be sad. There'll be more next year, I'm sure. I'm sure there will be.
Oh, there will be plenty. Yes.
Oh, awesome. Right. And we've also got the chat and win happening today as well. I think at some point in the stream, there will be fireworks
halfway.
popping up everywhere.
Yes.
And that is our cue to announce what you will be able to win, which is a
Year's supply of
angle.
angle.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes.
So you can win.
And we'll show you guys that plugin today.
Yeah, super cool. Essentially, it takes your designs that are two-dimensional in XD and just like makes them 3D,
Like
puts them on.
magic.
Yeah, like magic. Puts them on like an angled mock-up. I mean, you can see where they got the name from, can't you?
Yes.
But yeah, super cool plugin.
Awesome. All right, that'll be a good one to win
Yeah, that'll be a good
for
one.
sure. The whole year.
We should probably get started.
I guess so.
Quite a lot to do,
yeah,
haven't we?
We do.
Okay.
So you want to start?
Yes.
Looks like
so
you made a few changes.
a few.
last
Yeah.
night.
So I mean,
I'm
with
so excited to see these.
so with logo design, it's in my opinion like a very like it's good to spend time on it.
Yes, for
You
sure.
know, so like as much time as the potential deadline for whatever project you're working on will allow. So we started on the stream down here with some very, very crude, rough sketches.
I love seeing the progression, going from like more rough and just like sketchy all the way up to like super high fidelity.
Well, we're doing this like on a stream, so there's kind of a certain pace that we've got to hit. But sometimes on like a larger project, if I take like multiple days doing it, this whole white space can just be full
really?
of all sorts.
Just
Yeah,
all sketches.
it's
I love that.
it's almost like a piece of art in itself, I
Yeah.
guess. But
And you were saying yesterday that you normally go straight to like your Wacom tablet or straight to Illustrator and not really pen and paper.
yeah, not pen
Not
and
a
paper.
kind of guy.
But I like this area here that you see with these early sketches. Like, if you watched part 1, you kind of saw me demoing it with the
Yeah.
pen, but that's been like replaced now with the iPad Pro.
Yeah.
Just because it's all about getting those ideas from your head in front of you to see what concepts work like
Right.
as quick as you can. And for me, the Apple Pencil just has the edge over the tablet pen. But you know, whatever works for you, it doesn't really matter. Pencil, paper, digital, it's all good. But yeah, you kind of like with your prototype, your designs you're doing, they kind of go in like a direction and they just kind of branch out.
Yeah,
It's
it's
very similar with this
Yeah.
as well. The ideas just kind of just go wherever they like, really.
And I liked that you yesterday had a bunch of like adjectives. I think I see it super small in the middle, kind of there, yeah. Just
yeah, here we go.
Yeah, just like random Christmas adjectives and like present, stocking, just to kind of like get yourself thinking about what shapes you could put and like with the letters
And like, I mean, I didn't really do it so much here due to time, but like, it's always good to grab images of things as well. So like, literally like photos of this stuff.
Yeah.
And then you can kind of use that as a basis to just remind yourself like some of the kind of shapes, what the form is. And you can like look at this photo and think, okay, how can I like distill this down into something really simple?
Sure, yeah, for sure.
And I like getting the lettering in as well. So like an uppercase, lowercase. I drew this manually. Sometimes I'll do it with fonts as well. Like sometimes I just jump straight into like looking through fonts, not to like specifically use that font in the final design, but just to get a feel of what the kind of logo that I'm gonna do. Like it depends on the brief. Like, you know, like if I'm like here, I'm using like a quite a chunky sans serif font. Very different to like an elegant serif or something. So, and sometimes I might start with a font and then like just develop that and kind of customize it and make it
your own.
Make it your own. There's honestly there's no kind of set way of doing it. It kind of depends on the project, really.
For sure.
But it might be worth me just taking everyone through what's changed.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think where we left it yesterday was around about here at the top. So just experimenting with the whole knock knock thing. We've got the doors there and the kind of knock going around both sides.
I love that because, and just to remind people, we got the knock knock from you guys in the chat, so thank you so much for suggesting that. And obviously it goes along with the like doors opening on an advent calendar, so like knocking on all the doors. So such a cute idea.
Yeah, it's a little bit more abstract, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, Jason Levine's in the chat.
Oh, hey Jason.
Hello, Jason. How are you, sir? Oh, Ahmed says, I saw your iPad review today and loved it. I think I will buy. Oh, excellent. Yeah, definitely check out the iPad. It's super cool.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Awesome.
Okay. So yeah, experimenting with lots of different shapes.
And I like how you were using the K in some of those, like the 45-degree angle of the K of like a door opening. We ended up like not going towards that in the end, but.
No, I did kind of, I mean, you can see here, I sort of experimented with the doors a bit more, but I felt like, I don't know, just something about the doors here just wasn't working for me. And this one here, like, I'm all about like symmetry and balance if I can get it in a design. So the door opening from one side just, I don't know, it was kind of conflicting with that.
Sure.
This one here is just a K. It has no relevance to anything. It's just, I just thought it was
But it
really
looks cool.
It looks cool, exactly. Oh, if only you
The
could
negative
justify
space.
every project
Save
design
it
with that.
save it for another project, for sure.
Okay. Experimented with the knock a little bit more, so trying to get those kind of the sound effect of the knock. But it looked a little bit.
Like a ring, we were saying.
I'm going to say it reminds me of, which is like, I know the worst thing to hear as a designer, but it reminds me of either a ring or like a siren or something.
Yeah, I see that.
So how that progressed was, you can see it here on the green.
Yeah.
Was it went up
This
to,
one's my favorite. I love this one.
So it
With
kind of,
it filled in, it just looks totally different.
yeah, it's more like a Christmas bauble. And then you've got, it's quite hard with knock and knock, doubling up the words. Like I think it always looks like cleaner if you've got like one
Just
word
one,
and it's not like too lengthy.
But I think this one works really well because you did line up the N with the K and the K at the end with the C, so
it's all
very
about those,
symmetrical.
it's all about those. Yeah, it's got to be symmetrical. It's all about those like little details
Yeah,
for me.
yeah. Love it.
But yeah, that was one, and then an app icon
So cute.
potentially as well.
This looks amazing. You've been doing so great.
We don't need to see the other designs that we've done.
I'm done. Yeah. No, I would like to see the other ones.
I mean, one thing that I just, anyone who kind of like does a lot of icons and logos and things, one thing to mention is that whilst like, I like align everything in Illustrator, because this particular icon is quite sort of bottom heavy with the circle.
Sure.
When you use the align tools, it doesn't necessarily, it aligns it technically, but because it's kind of bottom heavy, it doesn't actually look aligned. So there's a trick that I use to sort of tell if it's aligned, and that's just to zoom out super far.
I use that too.
Yeah.
Like, and not even for, I mean, definitely for icons, but like even just for like a larger, if it's a website or something, I think just like literally getting up, like walking across the room. I'm not gonna do it now because I don't know if I'll disappear on the screen, but just like walking across the room and kind of squinting at your eyes and seeing like if the negative space makes sense, if it's like too busy, but just like getting up out of your chair and, you know.
Just seeing it at a different kind of level. It's funny, isn't it, how that works?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that comes with practice as well. When you can't like rely on a tool, I guess it's just about like training your eye to, this looks right, this doesn't look right. But that's one design.
I love it.
There was this one as well, but it looked like angling the K, but it just looked a little bit like a card or something.
That's what I'm feeling. But I get that you were going for the door.
Yeah. Another one over here.
I like that one as well. It feels a little too corporate to me.
It does feel very corporate, doesn't it? Trying to kind of integrate the double O thing going on. And I don't like the knock, like this. It's just the repetition of the word. I'm just, I'm not feeling it, but some more over here. Let's move this.
I like this one a lot too.
So, don't know about the left one. Again,
I'm
it's
not
just,
crazy about that.
No, should we just get rid of that now? We'll move this one now. Okay, so we've got these two here. Now, I know you said yesterday that you were like a fan of the more linear style. Is that right? So I kind of added the dotted lines around the middle. You know, like when you open an advent calendar. Kind of push it in with
you have
your
to
thumb.
pull it open.
And then pull
you
it
got the
open.
little
And
scissor marks.
I love the way it just has the knock going around both sides.
So symmetrical.
Yeah. I like that. So, and it could work quite well on an app icon as well.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
There's this one here, but I think that's like because you don't have the dividers between each. I mean, to me, and you might know what it is, but to someone else, it might be like, okay, what?
It's a little harder to read, I think, because the letters look a little bit more random without the lines in between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, and I'd love to know what you guys in the chat think. You know, if you've got
Do you guys have a favorite?
Any pointers? What you think?
Oh, reminds us of the National Geographic logo. I guess a little bit.
Where's that?
It's already scrolled up.
Oh no, Tim, you did it as well. You said it reminds me of. No.
I think my favorite is still that one on the top.
This one?
Yeah. What about you? Do you have a favorite yet?
I love this one. If I can like say that about my own work.
Sure.
My only thought was, does someone who's not seen this at all would they get it?
Right.
You know, would they kind of get that it's the knocking effect? And I think it looks like a bauble that you get on a Christmas tree, but we could go with that one.
Well, let's see what everyone's liking on the chat. The black and white one.
Cartoon
Look,
Network.
Daniel, Andrea, Jason, Gus, Eric, and the great Tim on the same stream. It's the best stream for this year.
Yes!
What a compliment.
Boom.
Oh, it looks like a bomb though.
Oh no.
I guess a little bit, but.
Ankit says the black and white logo looks like Cartoon Network's old logo. Okay.
I don't remember what that looks like.
Yeah, it's like all kind of box.
Christmas bomb. Yeah, think of it a happy way. I love that symmetrical knock and the Nat Geo knock. They're referring it to as the Nat Geo one.
Jane A says the bomb one is just dope.
Thank you.
I really like the cube.
That one too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like everyone's a bit split.
Yeah. Too bad we don't have a poll. Like, people actually vote, you know,
Oh,
like
that would be so cool.
mathematically.
Maybe if we leave this logo on screen, people will just naturally just gravitate
Yeah.
towards this one.
Right. We need to actually have some time to do some A/B testing, but
Yeah.
not today. Cool.
And the icons. So the icons
Yes.
yesterday, if you joined the stream, which I'm sure you did, they were very, very kind of linear. Well, they still are very linear, but I've kind of tried to spice them up with a little bit more variety in the stroke weight. So these icons at the bottom, these are like the much smaller, you'll see in a minute, the much smaller icons in Andrea's design. And I feel like with smaller icons, you can get away with them being really simple, but when you blow them up, at least I like to try and add a bit more detail. So whether it's kind of adding more lines to better recreate what the thing is, or whether it's kind of varying the thickness. Like I love this style personally.
Me too, I love that.
You know, thicker lines around the edge and then little details like highlights, other kind of accents just in a thinner stroke, but keeping it
And I think it makes
simple.
sense, like, in the real life, because if you're far away from something, you're not going to be able to see as many details. So you should remove some details, and then when you're closer up to something, you'll see like the wrinkles on someone's face or whatever. Maybe that's a bad metaphor, but so you'll see more of the details, you know.
Yeah.
So
quick tip: if we did want to give each logo a number, we could do a straw poll.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that idea.
That's an option.
Yeah.
So if you just go back to the logos and do like 1, 2, 3, and they could put a link, and then people can vote on the number.
Oh, yeah, I like that idea. We're
Should we do
getting
that?
a little mouse on the side is telling us how we could do some polling. Yeah, we can do
Okay.
that.
Well, okay. Let's throw a number on it then.
So we're gonna put some numbers on each of these logos, or I guess just those two, or our two
Just
favorites,
those two,
or and we'll have you guys
Pick
vote.
number one.
We're not biased or
It's the
anything.
one we
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So should we put number 2 as just this one with the door?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll move
With
this
the
one up
dotted
a little bit.
lines.
Oops.
I like that one.
Oh, I'm curious to see which one everyone's going to go
Yeah.
for. Okay. So number 2. I'll just group these together as well.
Yeah.
Bear with me. All right.
No worries.
Okay.
It's saying I'll just go to 1. Definitely not 1. Okay. 1 or 2. What do you guys think? So the link is up in the chat. So everyone go vote
brilliant.
there.
Super. Okay.
We will let you guys decide. No pressure.
Fantastic. Okay. So while everyone's doing that, so
Oh,
this-
and another tip on, I guess this is kind of related to the, like, bringing things in real life. Like when you're doing, like buttons, so like the button states, so before, during, and after, it's pressed. I like to think of it as, like people are always like, oh, for the press, should it be darker or should it be lighter? But I like to think of it as you're actually like pressing a button down. So when it goes
Okay.
like down into the ground, then you would see the shadows, so it would be darker.
Ah, gotcha.
And it wouldn't see as much of the sunlight. And when it's more raised and it's towards you, I don't like have an example right here, but then you would see more of the sunlight. So another like real life, kind of like think of what these things would be like in real life, like with the lighting and, you know, how close you are to an object. But
that's a good way of thinking about it. Yeah, like taking real world things like
Yeah.
lighting and applying it to something
Yeah.
like flat 2D or whatever.
exactly. Yes.
Cool. Oh, 2 is so beautiful, but difficult to apply to an application.
Yeah.
Amkit says, I like that knock. Oh, he's with the brackets. He likes the other one.
Clever. So
1,
we've
2.
got about, let's see, 9 minutes until our chat and win.
Yay.
So we'll be having you guys chat, and then we'll pick someone to win a year's supply of angle. So stay tuned for that.
Super cool.
Awesome.
Right.
So were there any other comments you wanted to make on these icons?
So I'm just going to develop these icons a little bit more today and then get those over to you
Yeah.
to put into the app. I was experimenting with this idea of kind of adding a little shadow. So
I like
something
that a lot.
just a bit
for a
more
pattern
kind of,
or
yeah,
something.
just a bit of
Yeah.
visual interest. And this assuming I've done it correctly, should be the same gradient that you've been
Yes,
using for some
it
of your
is.
screen. Okay, good.
It
Is
is.
the same
I gave
gradient
him
you're
hex
using.
codes. Yeah.
So it's, I designed my icons. They're very one color usually, very kind of
same.
clean and minimal.
Yeah.
But then I like to get those onto a background and just see that they actually work on different colors,
Right,
reverse
right.
out, that kind of stuff.
Yes. For sure.
So that's another option for style depending on time and stuff. But one way or the other, I will get you a nice suite of icons to
Yes,
complement
thank you.
your design. Anyway.
I like how we're working here. Like dividing the work. Awesome.
Okay, so do you want to show everyone what you've been doing?
I will. Okay, so I feel like we're pretty far along. I'll give you like the grand zoom out. So this is what we've got so far. So just to quickly review what we started on Monday. So I always start with just a super like bare bones like mini design system, like without all of the guidance, but so I write down all the objectives, so the problem, solution, goal, and the main features. And then I have some colors laid out. Oh, actually, I should add the green. And I, put those all into, symbols and character styles so that I can keep referring to them throughout the rest of the document.
Okay.
And I always add a safe area so we don't forget about the huge bar on top and like place something in there. Yeah, so that's a symbol as well. And then the character styles, of course. So I've got H1 to H4, some subtitles, body text, and again, keep referring to that in the character styles. I'm using Proxima Nova, one of my faves. And
It's good fun.
Yes.
Good fun.
And then some icons. This is just like throwing some that you've given me, as well as little menu icon and
these are amazing.
some of the groups as well. So those are symbols as well, like the larger items, larger components. And
These are so
then
cool.
I started on some illustrations. We'll test them out. I don't know if they'll work with like the more like minimal style, so we totally don't have to use them, but let me get into that in a second because I want to show you guys, like walk you through how I created those. And don't forget about Guide. We mentioned this on day 1 and day 2, but again, this is a plugin. You go up to your plugins, discover plugins, and this one allows you to quickly add rows and columns. I've got a trial. But yeah, you can set as many as you want. So if you want 8 rows, 8 columns, add your guides,
Whoa.
and it will add them. If you're doing super pixel
detailed.
perfect, yeah. And then angle. So this one I've already kind of started to mock up. I'll show you this real quick. So let me delete this.
Raphael has a question for
Oh, yes.
Andrea.
Yes.
How do you determine your fonts? So H1, H2, etc.
Oh, okay. So I usually just go off of like one of the larger design systems. So I think this I based off of Material Design, and they have like so many, like H1 to like H20 or whatever.
Wow.
Obviously, I don't need that many, and I think if you use too many, it just like gets a little crazy,
Yeah.
So I usually try to keep just like 5 headers, 2 subtitles, and like 1 or 2 bodies.
It's a good number, yeah.
So just like under 10 or so. But yeah, just like reference Google Material Design, any other design systems that you like. So Angle, again, another plugin. Go up to Discover Plugins and search Angle. So if I want to add another screen, like let's say I want to copy this artboard. So I'll just copy it. I will paste it on top of this other, doesn't have to be anything fancy, another artboard. And then they have this mock-up, so they provide the iPhone mock-ups. All you have to do is click down into, you have to make sure you're down, deep, nothing can be grouped. And you go to the screenshot and click on screen. So I've really dived down in there. And then you go up to Plugins, Angle, Apply Mockup, and it will bring up this pop-up, and you just define which artboard you want to plug in there. So I'll say angle, I believe that was the one. You can say, specify your pixel density, or your quality, orientation. I'm just gonna leave it the way it is and hit apply.
Oh, that's so satisfying.
I
Little
know.
bounce.
I know, I love that. Let's see if it worked. Yay! Okay,
Hey.
perfect. So,
Just like that.
super simple and easy. Like, yeah, everyone's saying awesome tool. So fun.
Ajit
So.
says, I need the angle plugin. Well,
Yes.
Chat and Win is in like 3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
So,
And there are actually, I just used the iPhone mockup, obviously, because we're not on a tablet or anything. But Angle does provide a tablet, a laptop.
I feel like
and
there's over
some others.
500, I think.
Oh, really?
There's loads,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I think
I
I'm
only
right in
saw
saying
two.
that.
Awesome. Wow. Okay. Yeah, you definitely want to win that. I feel like I want to win that
Yeah.
too. And then, okay. Oh, also, I did a user flow. So before we even got started, I just wanted to quickly write down all of the screens that I would need. So I went through the onboarding, splash screen, all the login screens. And then when you're actually creating a calendar, so we've got the dashboard, all the way to choosing if you want a preset calendar or if you want to customize your own with all the individual boxes. And then the whole user flow, so, purchasing, your payment info, address and billing, delivery and tracking, and viewing your past orders, and then, of course, settings.
Okay.
So
So for anyone who didn't watch part 1 on Tuesday, what's the benefit to starting with that then, or having that very early on in the process?
yeah, I think it helps you just define, get down to the nitty gritty. How are you going to get from point A to point B?
Okay.
Before you build out everything and then you're like, oh, I forgot a bunch of the flow, So getting this down first and foremost is super important, I think.
Yeah. So you don't miss out any pages or anything like
Exactly.
the checkout page, for example,
Right.
or something super important.
Right, exactly. And I mean, with XD, it's super simple to once you have your wireframes, just go quickly into your prototype mode and click through all those screens as well before you even add the visuals to make sure you can get from point A to point B. So definitely recommend that.
Cool.
Yeah. So I
Been
guess,
busy.
okay, we only have a minute till the chat and win, so I'll do the illustrations after, but this is what I've been doing so far. So we've got the splash screen pages.
And Andrew says, Andrea, you're a boss.
Oh,
Going
thank
to
you.
go back and watch all of them.
Yay! Awesome. Awesome. We've got the login pages. And these boxes are just where we'll add some icons. Oh, that's another icon you can make. I've just been throwing requests at him all yesterday and Monday.
It's
or
fine.
Tuesday.
Just add it to the list.
Yes.
I missed it on the chat. Oh, there we go. Soyog says, how is Angle better than PSD mockups?
I mean, I just think it's a lot quicker.
It's almost instant, isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't have to search
Yeah.
Google for
iPhone
free
mockup. or
iPhone
something.
mockups. Do the asymmetric. It's so. I mean, I don't mind doing that, but why would you not use this? Because it's so much quicker. Yeah. And I know I was saying yesterday, I usually always, when I'm done creating my whole project, I usually always mock it up instead of just putting the blank artboard without any context as to what it's
Yeah.
in, just to one, make it look a lot nicer, and two, just give it some context. I'll add a little nice background.
A gradient, perhaps.
A gradient. As always, I usually always do a blue gradient,
Yeah,
so
gradients are good.
switching it up a little today. Oh,
Oh,
we've got the fireworks.
chat and win time.
All right, guys.
So we'll be.
You know what to do.
Yep.
Chat in the chat, and we will pick one of you guys
And we'll be,
for a year's supply of Angle.
we'll be right back in a minute.
Yes. Hi guys, welcome
Hello.
back. All right.
Okay, chat and win time.
Chat and win. Who's gonna win it? Let's see.
Come on, start
Do your
typing.
thing.
Do your thing.
You guys were a lot quicker yesterday. I feel like.
Oh, here we go.
Here it's ramping
It's going
up.
now.
Okay.
It's going.
Chatting away. Fireworks. Break the internet, people. Oh no, now they're really going. We shouldn't have said that. Alex, Jonathan, Ajit, Andrew.
Helmut,
Oh boy.
Alexandra, Michael,
I think everyone
Isha,
really wants to win this. This is a good one. me.
Van Damme, David.
Oh my gosh, Carol.
Wow.
I'm so glad so many of you guys are coming back. I recognize the profile icons. So thank you again for joining us on our third day today.
They really want this, don't they?
I know, they do.
Understandable.
Understandable. All right, we've got a winner.
Ooh.
Congratulations to Carol Ann Rice Paul. Awesome.
Well done.
Congratulations. So you're getting a year's supply of Angle.
That's cool.
So awesome.
Okay.
All right. And the rest of you guys can get the trial, so sorry. To test it out. Awesome. Congratulations. All right.
Cool. So we're going to be doing Behance portfolio reviews in about an hour from now.
Yes. Yes.
So should we, who won? Who won the poll? The logo poll?
Oh, okay. So I've got it pulled up here. We have,
No.
oh my gosh, it's
50-50.
You guys.
No way.
And we got 342 votes. That's a lot. Thank you so much. All right. Oh, wait, no. Oh, yeah, it is exactly 50-50.
Wow. Gus, could you vote for number one? Yeah. Where's the link?
Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Oh, well.
Is it still live if someone else voted?
I don't know. Is it still live? Can people still vote?
I don't know, guess.
I don't know.
Is it still live?
If we hit refresh, to see if it changes.
Yeah, let me refresh.
Yeah, people are voting again.
People are still voting. Okay.
51%.
We'll
Oh
give
no, it's
you
number
like
two.
one more minute, and we'll check back in
This
a
is
second.
fantastic.
Oh my gosh, what are the odds of that out of 342 votes?
Wow. Okay, well, we'll see
Well,
what people think.
Okay. I think in the end we should just go with what we want.
No, we can't ignore the chat. We will get
Can't ignore the users.
We will get in trouble.
I know. Okay. So, yeah, I was going through my login screens, and then this is the dashboard. So, for those of you that are just joining, we're working on our Advent Calendar app. You can customize all of the items that you want to put in your Advent calendar, or you can use a preset. So here we've got your in-progress calendars, and you can view your past calendars. So, you know, for example, a health calendar with all of your, like, your dumbbell, your yoga mat, cycling gloves, or like a beauty calendar with like perfume, lipstick, everything. And then here's where you can choose if you want to customize or use a preset. So if you have your preset, you can scroll through all of them. Awesome calendar, premium calendar, and
the $1,000 calendar.
$1,000.
I like that.
And you can also sort them, because let's say we have a ton of presets. You can sort them by price, age range, random, so still working on this page a bit. And then if you want to customize it, you can literally go through every single day, 25 days of the Advent calendar, and choose individual items. So add them to your cart. And awesome. Okay, let me go back to the poll and see what we've got now. Let me refresh.
I've just seen a comment from Mohammed. Some people don't know what they're voting for.
Oh, it's the logo.
I think we explained it at the beginning,
Yeah,
but it's the
sorry,
logo.
guys.
Yeah, so...
Okay, 61% for 2.
Wow.
Was that the one that we liked?
okay.
Oh, I'm disappointed.
Oh,
Yeah, shoot,
I
it's
guess-
the square one.
I guess we're using 2
I
then.
guess we are.
Okay.
I do like that one, but it's not my favorite.
Sorry, Andrea. The chat
Oh.
has spoken.
Yes, they have. Well, all right. That's what we're going with.
Okay, I'm going to finalize this up
Okay, perfect.
to send over. So what I'm doing is, at the moment, this is all still kind of editable strokes or
Yeah.
outlines. So when I've got a final design, what I typically do is go to Object, like expand, just expand everything. So you can't really edit the stroke anymore.
Yeah.
But you can, what you can do now is you can actually combine it from the Pathfinder panel, and it just combines everything
Perfect.
into like a single object. And then you can just give that a
Awesome.
color, and I can send that over to you.
Perfect.
But anyway,
Actually,
sorry,
let's
you were
make
going
it
through
white
your-
because it will be on the green background.
Ah,
anyways.
yes. So a white version
That will be perfect.
and a green version.
Okay, so, and I guess I'll show you guys how I made these illustrations. So for the onboarding screens, we've got the splash screen, so this will be your logo, will be right there. Customize, I'm gonna use this guy.
Oh, I like that curve.
Little
Nice.
advent calendar. Yeah, I was like testing out some different, you know, different areas up there. I tested out this like dash, so we'll need to make them all consistent, obviously, but
Absolutely.
we will choose one. If you guys like the curved or the diagonal, let me know. And then the second one is pre-made, so choose from preset items. And each of these is just kind of an overview of the features. I like to do this for like all of the splash screens, like usually no more than 4
Okay.
for the onboarding, because people get bored. But I think it's really nice when there's, you know, customized illustrations.
It adds like a bit of like personality to it, a
Yeah.
little bit of charm, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And so this one is like, okay, you're looking through all of the items and like clicking one. And the next one is delivered to you. So of course it's an actual physical advent calendar. It's not just digital. So this is a box being delivered.
I guess depending on what you put in there determines how big the box is
Right.
going to be.
Right, I guess you wouldn't, yeah.
Because we talked about having sweaters in there, I think, on Monday with Kevin, didn't we?
That would be huge.
Yeah.
And the last one is just a cute little present. Why not, you know? Christmassy, some ornaments, or as you call them, baubles.
Baubles. Ankit says, Andrea, how do you select colours?
Well, like I said, I like always use gradients, and I tend to gravitate more towards like the bright ones. So, yeah, usually just like start with primary colors and bump up the saturation a ton. Or sometimes I'll like find inspiration from an image or something on Behance, just like grabbing the colors. It could be literally anything, but yeah, usually the brighter ones.
I think it's always good to start with like a little bit of colour theory as well, just to understand like, you know, what colours represent, some that work well
Yeah.
together, some that don't, and then just follow like lots of other designers who have got like, you know, 10, 20 years on you, kind of just observe what they're doing. And then like, as you get more experience, you'll learn, you know, what
Right.
works and what doesn't. You'll
Right,
throw two colours
exactly.
together and go, whoa,
Yeah.
that is not working, or,
You
know?
just get like an intuition
yeah.
about it.
It's something that you develop as you get more experience, I
Right.
think, as well.
And I think for this one, since it's like a very fun and like just like friendly, playful app, so the bright gradient does totally work for it, like in contrast with the red. But like for instance, if we were doing like a tax app or something that's like super serious, I wouldn't want to use a gradient. Because it wouldn't match with the mood, you know. So
No.
think about like who the audience is. And yesterday we were saying like, well, it's like anyone with money, but like also people that like DIY things because they're customizing an advent calendar. And people that are like really into Christmas and like decorating. So that's kind of our target audience. So that is how I went with those. So I guess I'll show you guys quickly just how I made these illustrations. And
So was that Illustrator you did those in?
yeah,
Yeah.
illustrations I always do in Illustrator. It'd be just a little hard in XD, I think. So I have these very professional, I don't know if I can show these, very professional.
Use the GoPro.
Oh, okay, yeah. Very professional sketches that I made with, that I made on, I didn't have any paper last night.
I like
so
that.
this is from my hotel.
It doesn't
Just
matter
some
though, does it? Like it's all about
No.
just getting that concept down.
Exactly.
Napkin, you know,
Napkins,
paper.
Yeah, I'm like a real artist. So these are just some quick sketches, and again, they like go along with the features for each of these onboarding screens. So very sketchy. So yeah, like this was, I was thinking of like a box being delivered to your home on the doormat, someone passing along a package. That's how I ended up with the one that I currently have. Some doors being opened on the advent calendar. And then I kind of started going into a little higher fidelity, and I use that term loosely because this is not high
Nice.
fidelity. But yeah, handing off the packages, enjoy. And where's my other super professional note?
Super fidelity.
I know. Customizing, so all of the advent calendars with like one little box open and pre-made with all of the presents. So you can kind of see the progression. And then I went to...
that would make such a cool GIF, by the way. Even though they're on like a, like a hotel pad, you can really see how you've gone from like rough concept through to sort of slightly higher fidelity.
For sure. So what I do here is, I don't know if you guys have used this app before. It's called Adobe Capture. Sorry, this is a little hard to see.
Oh, it's so cool.
But literally all you do to get your sketches from paper to on your screen, you hold this app up, take a picture, and it automatically saves to your Creative Cloud library.
Boom.
Immediately. So it kind of like gets all the lines for you. So you can drag the slider to determine like how dark you want it to be or how thick you want the strokes to be. So then I brought it over into Illustrator here. And let me open my library panel.
Oh, and it just syncs.
Yeah, it syncs automatically.
Oh,
it's
brilliant.
Awesome. So you can see these are my sketches here. Just dragged them, oops, a little big. Dragged them in. And then, you can get rid of the extra things, but.
That's
so
cool, seeing the sketch and then the final design.
Yeah. So that is how I did that. Okay, cool. And, with these, again, like keeping with the drop shadow look, because I have drop shadows on all of my buttons. I love drop shadows, and just adding some little fun elements like a candy cane and little sparkles around. So yeah. All right, well, I guess I'll continue working. And we have about 45 minutes until the portfolio submission deadline.
Ooh, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, so we're gonna be reviewing some portfolios, I think just 2. And so if you want our feedback, we will be gentle, but not too gentle.
No, we'll be constructive.
Yeah, constructive feedback is always good.
Eric says Andrea is gifted with illustration.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
Nice.
And Carol Ann Rice Paul, who won the chat, she says, "Wow, I won. My computer froze and I had to restart." Brilliant.
Wow.
Well, yes, you won.
Yes, you won.
Nice surprise coming back.
Yes.
Oh,
10
that's
minutes
funny.
later.
That's funny.
That is. Okay.
All right, so I'm guessing you're going to want this logo.
I am. I'm excited.
Number 2,
Yay.
as voted for by the chat.
So in the meantime, just continuing to refine some of those like smaller elements. Let me see if was there any other icons that I needed? I think for the settings page, I needed a few. So we need like edit profile, change password,
Okay.
payment information, a few of those.
I've just added the logo into the library.
Perfect. Okay, so I'll pull up my CC libraries. And might take a second for it to load. Oh, I think this is it. I think because it was white on white, I couldn't see it.
Ah, okay.
Loading. Perfect.
That was so cool with the poll. Thank you for everyone for
Yes.
voting as well.
You know what I noticed?
What's
The stroke around these is, or like when you select it, it's green. And I was having such a hard problem yesterday because I was like, why am I not selecting anything? But it was green and the background was green, so I couldn't see it. Anyway, we're good now. Oh, that looks so good. I love that. Oh, to cheer one door at a time. And someone else suggested the tagline too, so. So
oh, yes.
cute.
In fact,
You guys have really great suggestions this time, like amazing.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to do a quick app icon as well, I think. Just to check it works. I think that's the thing with logos is, you've got to consider like every possible application, especially nowadays. It's not just offline. It could be a building, the side of a van, a website on your laptop, your phone.
Right. You don't want like the side of a van where you see when you slide the door open, it's like the face changes.
Oh
the
yeah, I
face
know what you
gets
mean.
Covered.
Yeah. Okay.
That is my stomach. Sorry if anyone can hear that. My stomach is rumbling. Oh,
I did
gosh.
that yesterday. It was
Yeah.
brilliant. Come on, I'm hungry.
So,
It's
got
all right,
it.
we'll just look over at Gus and he'll bring us some snacks or something. Maybe.
No, we're good. I don't want to be eating on stream. Oh, someone asked, oh, Anki, sorry if I'm butchering your name, is Andrea using her Logitech MX mouse? Yes, how did you know that? That's
nice.
what that is. Wow. Did I do a video about that? I can't remember. Yeah, so this is my favorite mouse. I guess we could talk a little bit about like our favorite designer products.
Okay.
This one, it's a bit pricey, but it's a cute, like amazing investment. So you've got like 2 buttons on the side, you've got a little scrolly thumb wheel. The scroll, you can do click on the scroll as well, and like 2 different kinds of scrolls. So there's like 10 different buttons that you can customize on this, and it's just like very fluid, and I love it.
One thing I love about that is it works on glass. Now, I never work on glass,
Yeah.
but I left mine at home thinking, I won't need that. I've got my tablet.
Right.
And the desk at the hotel in my room is made of glass.
Oh no,
like,
shoot.
Okay, trackpad for me.
Oh, it's
then.
when you least expect it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah, I
What have
love
you
this.
got your like your thumb button set to? Have you got that set to a shortcut or anything?
I think like back and like forward, but I actually don't use those
Okay.
that often. Yeah.
I've got mine set to show desktop, so if I need to get there,
Oh.
just click and it
That's
just
a good
explodes
idea.
everything.
That's a
It's
good
lovely.
idea. Yeah. Cool. Oh, I guess I would love an icon for choose sign up method, or just like some kind of onboarding icon.
Tim says I have a mouse with silent buttons. So good.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
this
like
is
your
kind
peace
of
and
noisy.
quiet.
That's the only thing about this one. Like you can hear it clicking. Yeah.
I think some people quite like the click. Like, you know, you get those like mechanical keyboards that like, you know, a lot of gamers use them and they're really
Yeah.
super clicky.
Right, right.
I think some people like that.
Do you like the butterfly keys on your laptop, or do you prefer the old version? I prefer the old version
I
personally.
really like them actually.
Really?
In fact, I was planning on doing a video about
Yeah.
the new MacBook Pro, but I surprisingly like them.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I think I like the look of them. They're super low profile. The spacing between them is all, like, I'm all about the design. So I think
Yeah.
I might have just told myself that, oh yeah, I'm gonna like them, and then I just did like them.
Yeah.
But like I type on the iPad, and I don't like having no kind of feedback whatsoever.
Right,
It's
right.
all right, but it's
Yeah.
a bit weird.
For
But
sure.
I
You
feel-
need some feedback at least.
Yeah.
I feel.
I feel like these make me type faster.
Really?
Yeah, because
Just like that tiny bit
the
of-
tiny bit of key travel. It's like
Wow.
every keystroke is like saving like a millisecond or something. I'll probably save
That's
like
funny.
a minute of typing a day or something. I don't know. But,
Hey, every little bit counts.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love it.
Okay.
Okay. So today's more about like some finishing touches, just like adding in some iconography. Because let's see.
Well, we've got
I
about
need to add this.
40 minutes until
40
the
minutes till
Behance
the.
portfolio review.
Yes.
So yeah, no pressure.
Yep.
We can do this. We can do this.
Adding in some more filters when you're searching through some preset calendars. So you can search by price slider, age range, and random. And the fun thing about prototyping is you can actually move these sliders in the animation. So let me show that prototype real quick. Click on here, play. When I drag it over, oh, I need to edit that. So, love that, it's so fun. And it's just super easy to do. All you do is you start with your circle on the far left, and then in the next screen, put it on the far right. And let's see, what animation did I do? It's just a drag trigger. I have the easing as none, and it's auto animate. Gotta love auto animate.
Amazing.
I know. Saves me so much time.
When they demoed that at Max on
I
stage, I
know,
was just
I know.
like, what? Like, it just looks so easy and so good.
Yeah. Drag this one over as well.
Michael says, you created your font styles at the beginning, but does XD have style sheeting like InDesign does?
I mean, so you can search through the symbols. So there's character styles, and you just add them here with the little plus icon. Is that what you're asking?
And you've
for?
got the asset manager as well, so you can kind of manage, fonts, colors,
Yeah.
symbols, and everything.
And the nice thing over here is you can sort by like thumbnail, if you want to see like a bigger view of the text, or in the icons, or you can do it just by like list view. And again, in list view, you can go in and edit all of the text. So if you just want to call this black instead of 0000, you can do that. I feel like it's a bit of a waste of time, but that's cool.
I guess it depends who's going to be using
Right,
your document.
right.
So if you're working with other people on like
Yeah,
a
like,
shared
hey,
document
use
or something.
peppermint green or whatever, then they know.
Yeah.
Not forest green.
Otherwise, you just end up speaking in like 6-digit hex codes.
Exactly. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, and another animation I did today was, let me pull this up, do play. And I wanted these doors to be able to kind of open and give you a tiny little preview of what you're gonna see inside. So this is, I can't remember what animation I did here.
Oh, I've got to see
This is a tap and an auto animate. Oh, do you want me to show you again? So you just tap it and the door slides open.
Oh, that's so cool.
And then you can close it again. So this was super easy to do, but you have to use a mask. So I will, I'll do it again for day 2 so you guys can see exactly how I did it. What you do is, I'll zoom far in here. Group these 2 items first, and then I'm gonna just use any old box, doesn't matter which kind, and go up to Object, Mask with Shape, and then we'll move over the mask a little bit so we can see the whole thing, and then add another screen. And when I copied it, it kept the mask, but all I have to do now is just move over the 2 box so you can't see it. And, ooh. And then I will add one of my images, so I'll use this little yoga ball.
Live
that-
tutorial. I like it.
Yes. Put that in the 2 box so you can see a mini little preview. And then we'll go over to the prototype tab, click on the 2, drag it over to our second screen, and tap. Oh wait, no, we will do a drag. Or did I do a tap? I can't remember. I think it was a tap. Yeah, okay, a tap, and then auto animate. Let's preview that to make sure it works. Perfect. I think I went a little bit faster. It's kind of moving pretty slow. Let's just do 0.3 seconds.
It's so cool because it just takes prototyping, which is essentially trying to like fake a real world app without all the kind of time like building it and coding it.
Exactly.
And it just it's going to get harder for like someone trying it out on their phone to be able to tell the difference when you kind of put it
Right.
in their hand.
Right, exactly. Okay, so let's preview all of these. We've got the 1 that slides open. Sorry, it's so small, kind of hard to see, but you get the point. And then
So
I need to
satisfying.
link the second one.
Tim says sneaky. I like that effect.
2. So obviously I could go through and do that for all 25, but that would be a waste of everyone's time to watch me do that. So you can imagine there'd be, you know, images behind all of those doors, and you can like double click and see the detail view. So yeah, we've got the sliders, we've got the doors sliding open, and oh, do you have any more? I know you have some more icons for the categories.
I do.
Would you mind sending those over?
I absolutely
In the
can.
library?
Yes. And then I've got the small icons to do.
Perfect.
I think half an hour should be enough.
Cool. And then on the scrolling pages, I think I already did this. Yes. So the way I did these, I need to edit this a little bit, so we'll do it in real time. All you do is you need to make sure like all of the items that you want to stay still are fixed. So for instance, let's see, go on my layers panel, top background, I'm gonna lock that. And this I want to fix, okay, that is. The calendar icon, I want that to be fixed. The menu icon, fixed. And the status bar. Okay, let's preview that real quick. Okay, so now the thing I need to add is I need this layer to go behind the top background. And let's preview that again. Okay, I also need to group
Just added
these.
one icon, like one of the category icons, so let me know if that works for you.
Perfect.
Okay.
Let's see if that worked better. Okay, perfect. And then I need to put order calendar underneath the menu. That should be better. Perfect, all 25 days. And let me add a little bit more space down here so you can see. Oh, I'm running out of room. So you can see the button on the bottom. A little bit more space. Bring that background down. Let's preview that again. Perfect. So how I did the, there's like 2 layers here of this green background. So I have the back, so there's one behind all of these like 1 to 25 grid, and then there's one in front of it. So it doesn't run into the text and title at the top. So that's how I did that. And then these, let's preview, make sure the scrolling works. So I need filter and sort. I do not want that to be static. Let's see if that works better. Okay, perfect.
Kathleen says, thanks for sharing your knowledge, Andrea and Dan. True
course.
legends with a Z.
Oh my gosh, I
Thank
should come
you.
here every day. This is like so many compliments.
The
Keep it
praise.
coming, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna add in your icons now. Perfect, I see them. Little lipstick one, so cute.
Oh, thank you, Chris. Chris says Dan is the man when it comes to process.
Yes.
Everyone's so lovely.
I know. And is the lipstick one the only one that's in there? That's the only one that I see.
At the moment, yeah.
Okay.
So if you add, I love seeing the kind of whole syncing update thing.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. But if you add that in, then I should be able to make that white, if you'd like it white.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think it works for the, because it's on a white background, so keep it the way it is, I think.
Yeah. Oh, are you going to keep the white boxes there?
I think so.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And then I have a little drag feature. Oh, I need to group those. But what you'll be able to do is drag through and see a preview of all the categories if you don't want to go through the filters and sort it that way. Oh, that's another filter that I need. I need categories. So this will be a little drop down. Move the border.
I could always make those category icons the same green rather
yeah.
than black. What do
Yeah,
you
that
think?
would work. I like that. Categories. So for everyone just joining, if you've missed the beginning of the live stream, we're working on our Advent Calendar app. And this is an app that you can customize and add all of your individual items into each of the doors.
It looks awesome.
One thing that I didn't realize for the longest time, maybe like everyone else realized it and I did not, is that for the, I guess I was just used to Illustrator, the way you do the rounded corners. So if you want to do individual rounded corners, you click this little button over here, and instead of like having no rounded corners, you can type in like each individual corner. So like 7 pixels rounded, so you can see then all of the angles are different, or all of the corners are different. Did you find that out right away, or is it just me?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I try to like investigate all the new features
Yeah,
so
yeah.
then I can teach it to my audience.
Yeah,
So
totally.
yeah, I kind of have to.
Drop down icon. Categories. Okay, cool. And I'll copy this over here.
So it says, Andrea, please upload more on YouTube.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, Andrea has a YouTube channel.
Yes, I do. I'm glad someone's watching.
Definitely.
So I do like a mix of like vlogs, and we're both doing vlogs of this week.
Collaboration.
Our weekend, yeah. Our week in San Francisco, and started doing some like design tutorials. I know you're the king of design tutorials. Like, can't compete there.
Stop. I just love Adobe products. I mean, I've used
Yeah.
their software since like, what? Years, 16 years now when I first fell in love with Photoshop. So
16
to me,
years.
it's just, I just teach what I
all
love.
this knowledge.
Yeah. I kind of, if it's possible to fall in love with a piece of software, like I really did, like
Yeah.
I would go into like the library at lunchtime and just like once one of my friends showed me what you can do with the filters and how you could take like one of your friends' faces and kind of like smudge them and everything. Like
That's how it always starts
That's
out.
how it starts. I was hooked. And it just kind of grew from there, really.
That's awesome.
But it's so funny because even like it doesn't matter how long you've been learning a bit of software, there's always used Photoshop
Right,
before.
right.
So when you're sort of teaching, one of the biggest challenges is like trying to cater to everybody. Like you know the 10 year, 20 year
but
pro,
also
and then
the
the
newbies.
yeah.
Yeah. That would be difficult.
But yeah, I never stopped learning in Photoshop.
Yeah.
Like even now, like there's so many awesome creators on
Yeah.
YouTube.
I mean, there's
that-
always new features coming out, and
yeah.
yeah. It's been intimidating having to like keep up with all the new features, and I feel like these new designers are just like pros at prototyping and like every new tool, you know. Gotta keep up.
I like those videos that just have like a summary of the new features.
Yeah,
So you can
the
just kind of
quick
jump
ones.
in, and it's like 10, maybe 15 minutes. It's like, okay, I know everything that's changed.
Right.
Or you can just watch the keynotes or go to Max and get it firsthand
Exactly.
there. Oops, I can't spell help.
There we go. Tick. The other thing I don't like about this huge trackpad is that my palm, I keep like getting accidental palm,
Oh, really?
like while I'm typing. It's just too
It
big.
is quite big, isn't it?
It's in the way.
I've not had that happen yet, though.
Really.
Yeah, I get it with my Windows laptop. Is it called like palm rejection or
Yeah.
something? It's really annoying, but I've not had that ever happen with
Oh, that's good.
a Mac laptop.
Yeah, you look like you kind of like
Maybe I
hover
like
your
doing this.
hands,
Maybe-
hover hands.
Yeah.
I just keep my palms down the whole time. I think that's why my laptop is always so dirty, but I don't know.
I tried to keep mine clean. But
I've got like crumbs and stuff on my
Yeah.
keyboard.
Oh wow, like along the top.
Okay, you don't have to point it
we need to de-dust this. I think
I do. I literally have crumbs on
Right,
here.
hang on, I've got some.
Oh
tissues.
no.
I've got some tissues. It's okay. There we go. You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Gee, I could see you having like one of those little air, like you blow the air and like
Oh yeah,
in between the
literally
keys.
every morning before.
Do you really?
No,
have
I
one?
don't.
Oh, okay.
I don't. But when I first got this, like every morning it was just like, I'm just get a little cloth, like just.
Really?
Yeah, it was really bad. And then when you use it, you can't keep up with the fingerprints, and it was like, this is ridiculous. You just can't be that like OCD.
Right. I recently like wiped my my screen with some of my like glasses cleaner. Oh my god, night and day. It had been like months since I cleaned the screen.
Oh, you can. It's the same thing, is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I think
okay.
so. I mean,
nice.
that's what I've been using. Pro tip, I guess.
Your screen's gonna like melt in like a few months.
All the pixels start like going out.
You read the small print. It's like, do not use on laptop screens.
Yeah.
25 minutes to portfolio review.
Oh wow.
Do you think we'll be done in 25 minutes with all of this?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. How many more have I got? Another 4 icons.
Okay,
And then I'm gonna like throw all of these over to you.
Perfect.
FAQ. Oh, this has been super fun.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to like going home and like seeing my family and my little boy and
yeah.
everything. But like, it's been amazing being out here. So like, and everyone from the live team is just so sound.
And you're not just saying that because you're in the room with
No,
them.
genuinely.
Hard hands.
Yeah, no, it's been amazing.
One thing I've noticed, like watching the lives back, is that my laugh is a lot different than I thought it was.
Really?
Like, you just always perceive things differently, like when you're listening back to
So
yourself.
how did you think that you laugh?
I don't know. Like, I feel like I kind of like,
Really?
you know,
Oh, that's so funny.
like a mumble laugh. But yeah, I thought it was more jolly, but I guess not.
Get some feedback after the stream.
Right.
Yeah, could you
can
laugh
I
a bit more
improve my laugh?
jollily?
Yeah.
That's funny. I think when I kind of have like, like a proper uncontrollable laugh,
Yeah.
like a really high pitched and squeaky.
Squeaky.
Yeah, like a little bit like,
I cannot picture that.
you know, like
at all.
Dr. Hibbert from The Simpsons, where he goes like,
I actually never really watched that. Sorry.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think my parents like never let me when I was littler, so I just never did.
Oh, man, I grew up with that. Michael says, your laugh sounds different depending on the EQ that the sound guy is running.
So it's not me, it's all them.
Yeah. I think so. Paco and Gus control our laughter, I think is what he's suggesting.
They're giving us like
Suggesting.
maniacal laughs. We have like a laugh from, what's that? That movie with Steve Carell's in it. The evil, like, it's an animated movie. I can't remember.
Oh, I've not seen it.
You know what I'm talking about. Despicable Me.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
What?
I know.
It's so good.
I know. It's on my
Oh, you
radar.
need to see it.
I haven't gotten around to it.
Definitely do that. Your 3-year-old would like it too.
About.
So, and this is how you make a drop down. I have a few different artboards here, and you just need to think about the before, during, and after. So, Andrea's like, the other Andrea's like, not watch The Simpsons? So the first one is just when the categories drop down is closed. And then the second one is when it's dropped down and you can see all of the categories. After that, you can see I'm like hovering over and clicking it. And then on this one, I'm gonna delete the whole thing and it will be the after when I have just sports selected. And then you just do an auto animate and it does everything for you.
Just like that.
Why is it not selecting?
Right. Icons for terms and conditions and privacy policy.
Pretty boring icon, I guess.
Well, I've kind of used the eye already for help, but that I feel like that's kind of like more privacy related. So we're gonna have to switch it up. I can't give you like duplicate icons. That's just lazy.
Can't do that.
No. We'll go with letter I think.
So the drop-down functionality is working, but I want it to be a little more snappy, so I'm just gonna keep the duration at 0. 0 seconds. Move them all to 0. Let's try that again. Click the down arrow, click sports, and it goes up. Okay. The only thing I need to do is change the arrow to be the opposite direction.
Ankit says, how much do designers like you guys make? I guess it
I
can,
feel like that's one of those things that like politics, like you just don't talk about, but
I think it varies, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Like, I mean, that's such an open-ended question. I don't even know where to start answering that.
And it depends like where you live. Like in the Midwest, I know it's different than on the coast and like
All
San
over the world,
Francisco and
like-
California. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it can, where you live, like your experience, who's hiring
Definitely your
you.
experience. And, yeah.
I mean, I think if you're like you're freelancing or you're running your own business, then I guess you get like negotiation and those sort of business skills come into it as well as to what you could potentially charge a client for some work. That's one thing I didn't do enough of. I spent a lot of years learning how to try and be like super amazing, badass designer. And I didn't focus enough on the business side of things. And I've kind of learned, and I've learned some pretty hard lessons, but they're like, hard and sometimes expensive lessons, but they're like the best lessons. Because they're the kind of thing that will like last you your entire lifetime.
Yeah, right.
And there's some people on YouTube, like there's a YouTube channel called The Future. And the guy who runs it, Chris Doe, he like talks a lot about the business side of design, but he will just like talk about it like completely openly. You know, the guy's got like 20 plus years experience in the industry, and he just like shares this kind of knowledge.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's the kind of things that you would do like a particular video on something.
Right.
And I would watch it and take that advice and then use it that day in the real world and get like a totally different answer back from a potential client on email. And it was like, oh wow, this is good stuff. This works. Yeah, it was really cool.
Right. I think even just like talking to your peers, like I know I have one friend that I always talk to about just like how much do you charge for freelance and right now.
Just smile and agree. Yeah, they're brilliant. Best icons ever.
No, these actually really do look good.
Okay, I'm getting connected again, so we might be coming on shortly. I'll let you know. Okay, we're back.
We might have had some technical difficulties there. Sorry, guys. We got disconnected. But Dan just sent over his icons, so I'm adding those in the settings page. And I will, let me know if you guys would be interested in having this file just to like click through the prototype or whatever, see how I did things. I'm totally open to putting that on Dribbble or sorry, Twitter or, yeah, I guess just Twitter, Dropbox or something, so let me know. All right, well, we've only got like 30 seconds left.
Oh, wow. Jordan says, such hard workers these two are.
I know, we're very like heads down.
I feel like we've got quite a lot done in the 3 days though. Like this could like legit be like
got a lot of
a
screens.
cool idea for an app.
Yeah. Oh, terms and conditions, that's a cute one. I love that. Help, FAQ.
I love the fact we've literally almost timed this down to like
Yeah, the wire.
the last second. Oh, we've hit 0.
All right, guys, well, this is our advent calendar app. Woo! All right, so for the next we are going to be reviewing your portfolios. So let me save this file. I will add it to Twitter after this so you guys can look through. Okay, so I have a few portfolios pulled up here, I believe. So I'm gonna switch to
Do the
this.
little intro first.
Oh, we'll be right back. Woo, we're in outer space. Okay, let's take these off so you can actually hear us.
Oh, I don't know. It's not a bad look.
Okay, so let me pull up these portfolios. We've got two. Thank you guys so much for submitting these. We've got Alex and Philippe. Which one do you want to start with?
Alex.
Do you have any preference? Okay. We'll start with Alex's. All right. Oh, you've got a lot of projects. Can you see it fine?
Cool.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Wow, some variety.
I know. Ooh, he's from the Russian Federation. So, okay. Let me make this a little larger so you guys can see. Well, let's start with the first one. So, XD Daily Creative Challenge. Well, we review those all the time, I guess. Maybe the magazine design. Cover and 3 spreads. Ooh, this is cool. Very minimal. I like this.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool. And I like that you put it in a mock-up as well. Very neat. Got some imagery over here. I would suggest, I know everyone like uses lorem ipsum and just for like placeholder text, but if you're, and this is like a minor thing, but I think if you are like pushing this to your portfolio and like potential clients or employers would see it, I would go ahead and like fill that in.
Yeah.
It's like a minor thing, but I've
Definitely
had,
the titles for sure.
yeah, the titles at least. You probably can't see like the mini lorem ipsum in all your body copy, but just looks a little more professional, you know.
Yeah.
I like the cover a lot.
I love that font
Yeah.
so much.
Me too. I wonder what font
I
that
don't
is.
know. I was just thinking that.
Yeah. Let's do a mobile app one. Okay, so we've got a music app.
Okay.
Ting Tings. So very minimal. We've got the stroke outline icons. I like that. Oh, this is cool. Kind of grungy.
Okay.
So I guess I'm wondering if these circles are like visualization, like while you're listening to it, like they're like pulsing or something.
Is that part of the UI or part of the artwork?
I'm not sure. I think that's an area where maybe I'm getting a little confused, or not confused, just like the album artwork behind. So
The bottom is like
yeah,
super super clean.
yeah,
I think with the UI at the bottom, like you've got the play and the pause in the middle, the arrows either side.
yeah.
Would that take you to the next track, or would that like scrub you through?
I'm thinking next track,
Yeah?
because usually when I think of scrub through, it's like
Use
2
your finger.
arrows, or use your
Or use your finger, yeah.
Yeah. I would keep the text like horizontal here. Just because you have it horizontal here, and I think to keep the consistency instead of making it vertical. But I like the cool like grungy artwork in the background. Very minimal. Cool. You put it in a mock-up. Oh, there's a prototype. Didn't even see that. Oh, it does
Okay.
pulse. Cool.
Nice.
Awesome. Oh, okay. Oh, he's got a little animation.
That's
cool.
auto-animate.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay, that's cool. Seeing it like animate, it looks better. It's very neat. I would actually put this first. Like, put this in a mock-up as well. You can like do that in Photoshop and then put in Premiere. Save it
So
as-
have the animation playing in the device.
in the device,
Yeah.
yeah. But this is the best part, so definitely put this first and foremost. Yeah, like put it in this one. And then we've got a movie app. Okay, looks like we've got some wireframes.
Cool.
Cool.
We've got a gray user.
Gray user instead of blue, like me. And here's the design. Okay, cool.
Oh, Mortal Engines. I saw that recently.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting film. Interesting concept.
I like that you used like 3/4 of the page for the image, just because that's like the first thing that I look at, that I'm drawn to. This is a nice subtle little like green line.
Does that fade either
yeah,
edge?
super faint.
I like that. I love that green as well. It's used like so sparingly that when you actually see it, it like draws your eye to
Yeah, exactly.
the like important information. Like here's where I play. These are the ratings.
I think you could just like make these bottom icons a little more exciting, maybe. Maybe get rid of the text below. Like I think text below is fine, but in this case, I think those icons are pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah,
History,
unless it's
favorites,
something a bit
search.
more obscure that you need the text to explain it. Like
Exactly.
always try and keep it
Yeah.
like super simple.
What else? Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, I like that. That's
Yeah,
nice.
okay, I would get rid of this this line and just keep this. It's just harder to see when everything's like so close together. I think because the columns are like only 10 pixels apart, so it's harder to see.
It's what you were saying earlier. Like the version above doesn't have the context that you
Right.
get there seeing it on the
Exactly.
phone. So it's like, is this like are these screen designs or is it one? Like,
Yeah. I just think presentation is a huge part of it. Like,
for sure. Yeah.
and giving some context on top, like always put a little bit, it could just be a few sentences of like, hey, this is a project I worked on for school or in my internship, and it's like, here's some research I did on it, blah, blah, blah. And a little bit about your process. People love hearing about how you got from the wireframes to the final visuals.
Oh yeah, that's super important. Showing your entire process of how you got from the start through to the finish as well,
Exactly.
because you can talk about your process and what you did, and I think when potential clients approach you, they're looking at that and they're going, okay, like it's a
Yeah.
chance to really sell yourself as a
Right.
professional, rather than just kind of having just the pictures. I
Right,
think.
exactly.
Even if it's something brief, just like a description of what the project was, what the goal,
Yeah.
the business goal was, something that the client can relate to. You know?
Yes. Like how could they fit into my team? Like working with everyone else. Okay, so we've got oh, did you see that?
Yeah. What was
The
that?
drag. Cool. Do we need to play it again? Let's do it again.
I love that play button so much.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
really
cool.
drawn to that.
Swipe up, very cool. Oh, used a lot of
Nice.
the animate
Using the new
features.
features, I like
Cool.
it.
Oh, look at that heart. This is awesome. Love the animations.
Wow.
So I think I'm a little confused by... Oh, never mind. Okay, so you can favorite up there and then see your favorites at the bottom.
He's done quite a lot here.
Yeah, this is awesome. I really don't have too much feedback on this. I think the drag... Okay, at first I liked the drag with the arrows, but now I think it's a little... Like, it wouldn't be intuitive to me. You
No,
know,
I think
that would be a tap for me, you know?
Yeah, I think I would expect to go down. You've got more below as well.
Right. Yeah, this looks awesome. Any other feedback for this one before we move on?
No, I think we covered it.
Okay. Let's see.
Adobe Daily Creative Challenge.
Want to do one of those?
Yeah.
Let's do the most recent one, I guess. Okay. So I think there's probably a lot on here. Let's do the most recent one. Screen time. So this was yesterday. Well, that's so awesome that you're doing all of these. I love this. Ooh,
Oh,
cool.
nice. Fancy.
Yeah. So you've got today, week, and month at the top. And then all of your applications down there. Very nice. Let's look at some more. I love seeing the prototypes.
The suspense.
I know. Ooh, this one's a bit more like modular. I think adding, what was this one for? Oh, local musician. Okay. I like the the blur menu. I love that. I think the text is a little bit big for a mobile app. Like, let's see. Because if I'm thinking about like the size of my finger, like that's really big for compared to the whole screen, I think.
I think above as well, like I know what it is, but still I would really like appreciate some more context.
Yeah.
So whether it was like a laptop and then a phone, just so you can see those mock-ups in the different devices,
Right.
rather than kind of having them all together, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Let's see this one.
Eric Sue said, Alex is pretty good. Yes, Alex
Yeah.
is pretty good.
Yeah. It's just such a good way to learn all the animation, like prototyping and just getting better at your skills, like doing it every single day. So this one is a mobile chat app. This looks cool. Let me play that again. So you got the scroll feature. Oop.
Got some subtle shadowing in there at the top. Andrea will like that.
Yes.
Super subtle.
There's a lot of blue. I think I'd add, I would maybe make these like chat areas white just so there's more contrast.
I like the idea behind like having the timestamps really big. Like I like the thought process of trying to try something different and new,
Right.
but I feel like
It's a bit much.
It's a bit much.
It's taken away from the actual text, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that they're trying
Yeah,
something totally like I've never seen that
Right,
before.
no,
Do you know what I
no.
mean?
Maybe you could just do that on the start of like a new day or something, so you only see it once every once in a while.
Yeah.
You know, not for every single text.
Yeah, I like that though. I think with UI design, it could be, you know, everyone has the text bubble, the timestamp, and
Right.
you know, the right or whatever,
Very generic.
and it can be so easy to just do the same
Right,
thing
right,
over and
right.
over again, rather than kind of like pushing the bounds of being
sure.
creative.
Okay, so this one is a parallax for a travel agency.
Ooh, let's play that again.
Cool. That's very smooth. I
So
love that.
good.
This is so great.
You nailed it, Alex. I love that.
Yeah, this really looks amazing. I guess the only feedback I have on this one is just making the menu at the top a little bit smaller, like the text a little bit smaller, because it's pretty big right now. But other than that, I really have no feedback on this one.
Carol
That's
Ann
great.
Rice Paul says, do you both, Andrew and Dan, suggest always putting our UI designs in a device for portfolios?
I mean, it depends what it is. Like, I think websites you can get away with just putting the artboard since it's very obvious what it is.
Sometimes with a website, you could just illustrate a very simple browser. So just
Yeah.
add like something along the top
Right,
with a couple
exactly.
of little
Exactly.
icons. Or if you've got like, if you're showing like an exploded view of your wireframes that's got like 30 or 40 screens,
Yeah.
like my advice would be
Yeah.
not to add a device for every single one.
Right.
You
Oh,
know,
for sure. For
you know,
sure.
you
It's
can
way
just-
too busy.
Yeah, just have the artboards,
Yeah.
you know.
Like 6 is
Together.
the max, I feel like, if you're, you know, doing the mock-ups.
Okay.
But yeah, like, as long as, like I said before, as long as you have enough, like, padding in between each of them, so you know, like, okay, where the new artboards are, I think it's totally fine.
Yeah, definitely. And consistent spacing.
Okay, let's go to another project. Mobile app for a bank. Let's do this one. Ooh, Greece. Okay.
Ooh, I
So we've
like
got a
that.
pin
I like
code.
that radial gradient in the middle.
I do too.
Yeah,
That's very nice.
that's really pleasing.
Let's look at the prototype.
Okay. So this is looking at your balance. You can make a transaction, withdraw money, or cancel.
Yeah.
What would you be cancelling? Or am I missing something?
I
feel
think
like
the
this is a
cancel should
dashboard.
be when you're actually in the midst of doing a transaction. So I would say don't put this one on the main screen, since I guess these are your three main, functions.
Yeah, this is a dashboard, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
And I think as well, like similar to what we said about Lorem Ipsum, the graph like looks super cool, but just go that extra step and just put in some kind of pretend information, whether it's kind of some numbers, days of the week, just to make it feel like a real product. So that graph kind of has some sort of meaning and context to it.
For sure. I think the Hello John Doe is a little bit big. If you made it like a thicker font, just to add some contrast between the balance, that might work a little bit nicely, but make it a little smaller maybe.
I've got a question for you, Andrea.
Yeah.
Okay, so on apps and websites, when you sign in and it says like in quite large lettering like hello or welcome back, Andrea.
Yeah.
Do you feel that that is necessary, like trying to replicate some kind of human interaction?
I mean, it's not necessarily necessary for sure, but I think it's a nice, there are two camps. I feel like some people are very like, oh my God, they're watching me, like they know who I am, so they don't want that. But some people are like, oh, that's nice, like it's a friendly hello and like a friend, So I guess you need to figure out like who your audience is. If it's mostly older folks, they probably don't want that. Like, oh, they know who I am, they're watching me,
I think it's when it gets in the way as well. If you've got like this like UI and you're there to go and get or view some specific information, and then it's just like this massive like.
Okay, I think we should go to the next one.
Oh yes, we've got another one.
All right, so we have Philippe from Brazil. Hello.
Hello.
All right, let's go through these.
Oh, Tim says he doesn't mind the welcome back. Each to their own.
Yeah. Okay. So this one,
Ooh.
I can't read Spanish, so I'm not sure what that says. But it looks like, oh, this is so clean.
I like
Oh, I
this.
love this so
oh,
much.
wow. Those
I just so
patterns.
appreciate when people put, like I mentioned at the beginning of a project, a few of the elements that you use throughout the rest of it. Okay, love that. Is this a, ooh, it is, perfect. Make this a little bigger. Oh, I have to click through it, sorry, I thought it was a video. It's like, what's going on? Okay, wow. This is awesome, love the scroll, and you got the footer at the bottom, and love these little icons, that's so cute. Does the menu work? Okay, go back to home. Okay, so it's some sort of book app.
Okay.
This is awesome.
I love that illustrative style. That's so
Yeah.
nice. And the fact that they've kind of pulled it all together with the color palette as well, like that blue and the blacks being very prominent. It's nice though when you see like a lot of UI designer stuff is super clean, like minimal, and then you just get something totally like different and much more like illustrative in there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I love the pull quote with the little line next to it. Got some images.
Text being a little bit bigger to kind of break up all the kind of
Yeah,
smaller text.
yeah, for sure. Let's do another one. Let's just do this one. Style guide. Okay. We've got our text up here, color palette. This is so clean. I love this so much.
Oh, those
The
icons.
buttons, modals. Wow, this looked like a big project.
This is thorough. Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
considered everything. You can see there you've got the success states, the errors.
And it's great that you label everything, like the titles with, okay, these are the buttons, these are the modals, categories.
For someone who's never seen it before and might not
Exactly,
be familiar with it.
Oh, but where's the actual screen?
Ah, the style guide. So it's like a,
Oh, it's just the style guide.
yeah.
Okay.
Can we look at
Got
those
it.
icons again?
Yes. These icons.
Oh yeah, lovely.
Yeah. We both love the stroke, the skinny stroke icons. And it's nice on these that you add just a pop of color. It's a bit different, I like that.
It's a little bit similar to what we did, wasn't it? We had like
Yeah.
those main UI icons and then something like a little bit more detailed, a bit more
Yeah.
creative with the other ones.
Oh, this is a video, cool.
Ooh.
scrolling through. The text is a little bit hard to read. I would just, the only thing I would say here is add a little bit more padding on the top and bottom of each of these bars, just because it's pretty close, and
Yeah.
a little more spacing. Let me do that again. It's nice that you added the animation there. I just don't know what this says at all, so I'm not sure what this app is for. Or, oh, this is the same book one, maybe? Not
It's
sure.
fine. We're all about the visuals. It's all about the colors.
Yeah, I do love the colors. It's a nice way to categorize things.
Bye-bye, Ahmad. Thanks for joining.
All right, guys. Well, we need to be starting to wrap up a little bit.
Go ahead and wrap up what you guys did.
Yeah.
To review. And
Okay, so we'll just wrap up a little bit what we did today. So we worked on our advent calendar, went through all of the UI screens. This was a customizable app. I'll just do a quick little click through. Customize, we've got our illustrations and some icons from you, which I love. We worked on your Knock Knock logo. You can either customize or create a preset calendar
So
and
good.
have it delivered to you. So
All in 3 days.
I know,
Come
I
on.
know. If anyone wants to buy this app, we're here. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining. We've had so much fun.
Oh, it's been amazing. It's been
Yes.
super awesome.
And thank you for submitting your portfolios. Keep on looking for the XD Slack for the daily creative challenges. Those will continue to be going on.
And thank you to everyone in the chat for so many awesome questions and for helping us with the logo
Yes,
conundrum, figuring
that
out
was
which
amazing.
logo to
It
use.
turned out great.
It did.
Thank you guys so much. All right. We'll see you later.
See you later. Bye.